The final from Week 9, the Cowboys come up short against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 24-19. Dallas was so close. Oh, but they just could not finish inside of the red zone. The run defense, actually, by a wide margin, had its best showing of the season, but it was not enough. A 15-0 difference in this one ends up being the result here as the Cowboys come up short. So give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys in this one. The loss, I should say, in this one. Disappointing? Moral? Like, as in moral victory? I think that's fair. Like, they competed against a good football team. This was not a game I thought they were going to be involved in whatsoever. So get your votes in here, your one-word reaction to the Cowboys' loss tonight, or today I should say, against the Steelers. Garrett Gilbert got his first start in his NFL career, coming against the last undefeated team in the NFL, and I thought he played pretty decently. He was not perfect, 21-38, a bad interception, and he moved the ball really well up until the red zone. And the red zone is really where things fell apart for the Cowboys. They settled for 4 field goals in this one, none of them longer than 45 yards. They had their opportunities, and they could not finish. The lone turnover came in the red zone. The Cowboys made it twice, came away with nothing both times, and they were right on the precipice of it multiple times as well. So you've seen Andy Dalton play a couple games as the Cowboys quarterback, and now Garrett Gilbert. So who do you want as the Cowboys quarterback once the bye is over? And in theory, Dalton is over his COVID-19 issues. Pick one here. This will be the pin comment, by the way. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, get your votes in. It's AD for Andy Dalton or GG for Garrett Gilbert. Some injury notes now that I want to dive into. This one is concerning, but as of right now, not a lot of updates. Trevon Diggs left the game late with a foot injury against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, he did not return to that game, and what ended up being the game-winning score was when Eric Ebron hurdled Diggs' replacement, Savion Smith, for a touchdown. And then Smith broke up a 2-point play, which was nice. There is no real update right now on Trevon Diggs' status for the rest of the season, but in theory, hopefully it's minor. He has the bye to recover, and he'll be okay. Because remember, folks, the Cowboys are decimated right now at corner because their top 2 guys, as we sit here speaking, Chidobe Awuzie couldn't play this week. He was still recovering from his own hamstring injury. Diggs is banged up. C.J. Goodwin's fun, special teamer. Reggie Robinson, safety corner hybrid, can't get activated. Like Anthony Brown, he's a number 3. You need Diggs out there. You missed him. He almost, by the way, had another interception. He and Donovan Wilson both fought for the ball on like a diving attempt, and neither of them ended up catching it because, that's how things end up working. So Diggs, we'll see. Hopefully, he's back soon. Tyler Biadasz, meanwhile, did not play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was set to start a surprise scratch because pregame, he suffered a hamstring injury. When it rains, it pours for the Dallas Cowboys, huh, folks? Now, bright side here, I think, is the bye is coming up. So in theory, it's a minor hamstring issue. Biadasz has the bye week. He recovers, and he's back starting again for the Dallas Cowboys. In his absence was Joe Looney. And look, the offensive line wasn't great in this one. Cam Irving, Connor Williams, Joe Looney, they all got beat at various points by Cam Hayward because, he's awesome at football. Like Cam Hayward, outside of Aaron Donald, is one of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL. So hopefully, Biadasz returns soon. Other than that, no real updates. Again, I hope it's minor. He was still on the sidelines, but that is something we will monitor throughout the week here and next week at the Dallas Cowboys Report. Now, today's show is made possible by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. I put money down on Pittsburgh covering the spread, and I was wrong. But you know what? I got so much extra money from my deposit bonus, it doesn't even matter. I still got a bunch of money out there. So head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code you see on screen. That's Cowboys125. It'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. Put that $100, boom, extra 125 coming your way for free. As a reminder, that $100 is the minimum to get the extra deposit bonus. Some news you might have seen entering today's game, this came out over the weekend, is that the Dallas Cowboys are going to work out Marquette King. And I'll tell you what, I am so glad. It's not even that it's Marquette King, who so many of you have asked about in recent years for the Dallas Cowboys. Everyone's like, Marquette King, question mark? You guys know how I felt about Chris Jones. He's not good. The new punter, Hunter Nicewander, let me double check his stats here in a second. He wasn't very good. He averaged under 40 yards per punt. 2 for 79. Marquette King's been better across his NFL career. So why not at least work him out? Exactly. Like, that makes sense. I know there have been attitude stuff with King before, and it's been whatever. I'm glad they're trying. They're also trying out Colton Schmidt. At least they are putting in an effort to try different punters. That is all I've asked for 2 years. Just try somebody else. They're cheaper. They can't be as bad, and if they are, then they're cheaper still. So yeah, I'm all aboard bringing in Marquette King or Colton Schmidt or whoever. So what do you guys think? Do you want to sign Marquette King? Get your votes in here. Y for yes or N for no. I am on board with it. Let's see how the workout goes. If it goes well, bring him in. If not, hey, at least you tried and you explored something else. That's what I want the Dallas Cowboys to do. And it appears at long last, that is what they're going to do moving forward at punter. You know, one player who did really impress me this week was Neville Gallimore. And that's a big deal to me because Gallimore has always been a bit more of a developmental guy. I liked him a lot coming out of Oklahoma. He was a round 2 grade for me. I thought he had his best game ever. And the stat sheet doesn't look awesome, but 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, a quarterback hit as well. And I think the interior presence of Neville Gallimore is a significant reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have run the ball decently this year against one of the NFL's worst run defense in the Dallas Cowboys, averaged 2.5 yards per carry and had nothing beyond 8 yards. And that was a Big Ben scramble. You take that away, 6 yards was the long in this one. The Cowboys' run defense was much better, and I want to go back and watch the All-22, but I think Gallimore's play was a big reason why. Now, again, we will be live every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, depending on what game day the Cowboys have, for Cowboys watch parties and daily videos as well. So to the thousands of people still watching us, thank you all so much live right now. Hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything around the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Zeke played again, and he wasn't great. 18 carries for 51 yards is not exactly ideal. That is sub 3 yards per carry, 2.8. And maybe the biggest problem here is Tony Pollard was a lot better than he was today. 9 carries, 57 yards. Now, the fronts that Pollard saw were different and lighter than what Zeke saw. But I think it's clear when you watch them run, Pollard's got more juice. I mean, this season, Tony Pollard has more 20-plus yard carries than Zeke Elliott does. And Elliott had way more opportunities. That's concerning. I mean, there's no way around it. That is troubling if you are the Dallas Cowboys. So, Elliott, I get it. Yeah, he did have one nice catch and run, 16 yards. Pollard actually wasn't all that involved in the passing game. It's concerning that your $13 million back, whatever it is exactly, is not putting up the same production that your fourth-round, second-year player is. It's not exactly what you're looking for. So that is troubling for Elliott. Maybe you want to panic, but the fronts were different, but Pollard was the better back. And that's shown in the stat sheet, man. Tony Pollard had the most rushing yards for the Dallas Cowboys today. He led the way. Garrett Gilbert played decently. Gilbert actually had 28 yards on the ground, and for a while was the leading rusher for the Dallas Cowboys. But it was a good effort by Dallas. Gilbert played okay. Maybe he can become a backup long term for you. But red zone issues throughout the game, some defensive stands late, and officiating especially late, plus some missed blocks down the stretch, ends up being just short for the Dallas Cowboys. They lose 24-19. They could not find a way to get it done. They come up short in this one. They lose 24-19 as the Cowboys almost pull off the upset of the year, but they come up just short.